Deja vu. The only difference is today's a new moon. What is the significance of this? Well, the new moon represents Shiva, that which is not. And as I mentioned in the last video, yesterday, it's important to die to oneself every day. And this is what Shiva represents. And he's my partner. He's actually the most important factor, important part of this one's life. Because if it wasn't for Shiva, that part of us that is beyond self-importance, that can simply relish the joy of existence in the silence and stillness, the presence of the divine essence, which is ever with us, which is reflected through us, the same shine, the same light, same divine gloss in your eyes as in another's. It's the same source. Not everything spoken needs to make sense. Because simply when you're an embodiment of that essence, of that light, your silence, Shiva, will speak for you. And it's so blissful. You want to stay there forever, and you can. But yet there's something within you that wants to express it and share it. It's a heartfelt desire. You could say it's a higher desire. It's a desire to share and give forth. Anybody can desire. But it's really priority that shows one's maturity and integrity. Let's go get the legs moving. What do you say? I feel that'll help the thoughts arise. As the legs walk, the blood circulates, the wind blows, thoughts will arise. I just wanted to rhyme. Throw this extra layer on here in New York, although it's sunny. It's pretty chilly, but that's okay. We're not subject to the weather, whatever it is. It seems to be. Really, only seeking is their inner being. That's the same for all of us. They may confuse this search with something outside of us. Notice I say us, because it's the same being within inside all of us. It's the same awareness, the same light reflected back to you when another looks at you. This is really the desire of the ego, let's say, is attention. If we could just see that, if we could just come off of this one thing, just the desire to seek another's attention, realize that's already within. It's within the breath. As mentioned in the last video, the space between the breath, the stillness, that emptiness which Shiva represents, that which is not. Because in order for creation to exist, that which is, there has to be that which is not. But this is not a duality, because really, life and death are one. There is no separation. And see, now that I got the legs moving, the thoughts are flowing. Because the body is an expression of the mind. Right? There's no separation. Sitting, body unmoving. That's a certain discipline, right? Because the body is very still, the mind becomes still. And you realize that you're not the mind, you're simply the awareness which is aware of the thoughts that arise. Then, you get up, go on a walk, go on a run. Earlier today, not to make it about me, but I went on a run, took a cold shower, woke up, took a cold shower, went on a run, then took another cold shower, and came here in the sun with the intention of making this video. It wants to flow, Yesterday it just felt so good coming here and making the video. It's like, I want to do it again today. Yes, this is a desire. And I haven't had a meal today. I almost thought, after the run, I'm going to go run and then I'll have a shake or smoothie or something to keep me grounded in the body. And I was like, I'd rather go back to that spot and make another video. Then I'll eat some physical food. But really, the sun, the radiation of the sun, the powerful vibration is the basis of our physical existence. Same thing with semen, the sun. In relation to each other. And I think in terms of light. And of course, we really appreciate this light within us when we do some soul searching and realize the darkness. Why am I wearing black? Normally I'd never wear black, especially in public, because black absorbs energy. Different colors, I also mentioned in the last video that sometime I mentioned that we're not, it was 2 videos ago, we're not human, we're human. Hue meaning a color, an emanation or reflection of a certain vibration that appears to the sensory physical eyes as a certain color. Green related to the heart. Get out in Mother Nature. Open your heart. Get out in open space. But anyways, I'm wearing black today. Coming here knowing that this sun, this powerful source of heat and warmth and light on this planet, will be absorbed in this one's energetic body by wearing black. And again, I don't normally wear it in public because you represent perfect purity, and you transmute all seeming negativity. And I just looked at the time, and it was a couple seconds past 11:11, but close enough, right? You know that saying. If we can just take a few minutes to simply stop. That'll interrupt that personal part of us that sometimes we can get caught up in. It's simple practice, right? It's a certain mindfulness. Simply take a few breaths. Receive a few breaths. Relish the bliss. Feel a deep sense of gratefulness that you're here, that you've been given, you've been blessed with a human body. Feel the nose running again. I just use the sleep. So I make this, I really had no intention of what I want to say today, other than the fact that it's a new moon. And I make this in reverence of Shiva, that part of us that is beyond a personality, that gives zest to the personality, because we identify with this part of us. We can mold and assume any personality. We can mold it how we want to be and operate with a certain fluidity and flexibility, because we're not stuck in ourselves in rigidity. We're not rigid. Our persona is not concretized, and we don't identify as being this way, with this thought pattern that shows up as us in the world, because we realize that we're not our thoughts, and therefore we can embrace ever new thoughts. We can embrace the ever new, fresher, better desires that guide us to be of service. That's the intention of this. Goes without being said at this point. And it helps to have people ask questions, because these videos are unsolicited, unprompted. Nobody's asking for them. Or maybe they are, but not to me as a personality directly. Energetically, I'm sure there's, I just said I am. I want to be conscious every time you say I am. I'm sure there's You know, some people looking forward to these, and I don't say this arrogantly, because I know that I look forward to making them and writing the description and whatnot. So, you know, somebody's got to reflect that back to me, right? Love will find a way. It'll find its way back to you. Somehow, some way. Need not be concerned about the how. Walk by faith, not by sight. It's a good concept to chew on, to have in your heart. It'll help get you through perhaps some tough times. And the rhythm and flux of Mother Nature, which we're an expression of. Of course, that's part of us. There's also a part of us which represents transcendence, that is beyond this material existence. And that's what Shiva represents. And thus, again, I make this in reverence of Shiva. You don't want to think of Shiva as not existence, because really there is only existence. There can be no non-existence. There can be no non-existence. That may not be exemplary of intelligence. Certain statements may not seem to be worded properly, but hey, that's part of just allowing yourself to express open and freely. I'm sure you feel this, receive this as it is, without any ideas or preconceived notions coming in, or any judgments. Just simply perceive the essence as it is. Again, without any judgments. Like a little kid. It's a clean, fresh, unblemished slate that operates from a perpetual, joyous state. And it's not even state, because they're pure awareness. They don't have to think of themselves as being the loving witness, because they already are. They already are that. They haven't been programmed yet. They don't have to be. Right? It depends on one's environment, and how they grow up. And we all have different experiences and grow up in different environments, and surrounded by different people. However, it doesn't change the fact that there's common ground amongst all of us. And this common ground is not superficial. It's our beingness. It's our eternal essence. You want to be conscious of this always. That will guide you. That spiritual will ascend and allow you to carry out God's plan for you, which is not separate from that will. Gotta surrender to it. Embrace Shiva.